Hi, my name is Rich Bucheri from Poynter and Bucheri, and today I want to talk about whether you should file a lawsuit for your accident-related injuries. And so there are several pros and cons of filing a lawsuit. So let's say you're in negotiation with the insurance company and the negotiations have faltered, that you're just really far apart. But you don't necessarily want to file a lawsuit because you think there's a stigma of being somebody that sues somebody else, or maybe you just don't want to go through the time and trouble of being involved in litigation. And so those are things that you have to balance with the benefits of going to file a lawsuit. And one of those is the leverage that you have and the pressure that you can apply to the insurance company to continue to negotiate. So basically, at the end of the day, the only thing that you can do to force the company to continue to negotiate is to threaten going to jury trial and getting an even bigger verdict than what they may have to pay. And so when you file a lawsuit, you're starting that process of adding leverage, adding pressure. When you also file a lawsuit, you're able to get more information about your case, and perhaps your case can get stronger as a result. So maybe when you do discovery, you'll find out that the person was texting on his phone at the time that the accident happened, or maybe you'll find out that they were under some kind of medication and they shouldn't have been driving, and so your case gets stronger. Some cons are obviously that this is going to be a much longer timeline than it would be if they were able to just write a check at the end of settlement and pre-litigation. When you file a lawsuit, they're going to have an opportunity to hire their lawyer, and then that lawyer needs to review everything and then file their answer, and then there's going to be a discovery process. And oftentimes cases don't get settled until the mediation process once litigation is started, and that can be months or even years down the road. And then finally, there's going to also be more expenses involved with filing a lawsuit. So when you file a lawsuit, there's a filing fee that immediately gets paid to the court. Then there are depositions where you got to pay court reporters for transcripts. If you have expert witnesses, such as doctors, that's not going to be cheap either. There's mediation expenses, and then there's the expenses involved with preparing for a trial. If you need specialized exhibits, or if you have to hire additional witnesses, expert witnesses, and if they're from out of state, maybe you have to put them up. So there are all kinds of potential expenses involved with filing a lawsuit as well. So your attorney is going to be able to take a look at these pros and cons and give you advice as to whether filing a lawsuit is the thing to do to try to get more money, or whether or not the pre-litigation offer is one where it's probably worth it just to go ahead and take it and avoid the hassle of litigation.